We got to do one of those intros. It's been like 6 months. The studio's covered in cobwebs. Like we gotta have some sort of funny saying, some sort of funny quote.
That is absolutely agreed. But right now,
Yeah.
it's really been 6 months.
Hello and welcome everybody to Double Dip Draft. I am Cabral of the Hash-Slinging Aegis Slashers.
And I'm Subman of the Heer and Howluchas.
And we're here to talk about... not next season. We're here to talk about the final four. The top four matches of the previous season. Season 3?
What? No. Season 5 was this.
Is this season 5?
Yes, we're already 5 seasons in, Cabral.
Wow. So, we're here to talk about those top 5 matches in the finals, who made it, how they made it, and how they stood up against one another. There was some pretty cool fighting from what I remember a long time ago.
Absolutely.
But the reason we're making this is because we're actually going to be starting up Double Dip Draft here soonish. I'm not saying when because we don't have any dates in mind, but soonish.
I need my Pokemon.
We'll get there someday.
It better be soonish.
So, one of our first...
Now,
yeah, but
for now, memories.
So many memories. Speaking of memories, we have Aurora of the Haunted...
Hunters.
Yeah, Huntsbrook Hunters, thank you. And Spood of the Southtown Sand Slashers. I gotta remember the names. I gotta get back in the habit of it. And we're looking at their teams on their matchup. So these are the top 4. So they're fighting each other here to see who moves on. This is for going into qualifying. So whoever wins this is going to be fighting the winner of the next match, which is between Claire and IDM. We'll get there though. But whoever wins this one goes and fights the winner of that match.
Yes, classic playoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah, classic playoffs.
Classic playoffs. And on that note, I think we're ready to get started here, right?
Absolutely.
So, by the way, real quick, before we start, I think Aurora has a bit of a rough start here compared to what Cody's got, because Cody's got something in particular that's a little scary, I feel like.
Absolutely, Cabral.
Yeah.
But mind if I watch as well?
No. Yeah.
That's fine. In any case, this game starts off with a very important piece of mind games. Show just the first turn.
Yeah.
So Golurk goes out, Lando is here, and Golurk dies.
Yeah.
That's all that happened. But if you look at the teams, that was the best play for Aurora. We discussed this for a bit, and it was the only play that's possible. Anything else would have taken too much damage, and at that point, Golurk was the least important one.
Yeah, just really a hard call. And even starting options were a little rough. Cody has done a really good job with building his team here. Not that Aurora hasn't. Aurora's done a really good job, too. Like, there's a lot of scary... The Blastoise is terrifying on this team.
Absolutely.
It was terrifying on this team. Cody exploded.
Yeah, fair enough. That's one actually kind of fun thing. I'm kind of sad that it was used on Gigalith, but... yeah, like in this case, the only leads that would have done anything against Landorus were Cortana and Blastoise.
Mm-hmm.
But for Cortana, Spood could just switch into Scizor, considering the only move that Cortana could use against Landorus was Leaf Blade.
Yep.
Or Knockoff, but we've seen that already didn't really work out that much. And Blastoise would have sacrificed his life to kill Landorus, which Spood would happily take. Or it would just switch to Tentacruel.
Yeah, and at this point, Aurora's just trying to make up ground. Dedenne doing a good job, but Lando is still just too powerful. I believe it's...
It's most likely Bandit, considering it's also... We haven't done the calcs right now, it's been 6 months, but I think it was Bandit, because else Golurk would probably have survived that. Mm-hmm. Golurk is pretty tanky.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course we have Arcanine called Arcane Magics because it knows moves that it knows Moonlight and Teleport.
It does
It's
know
Arcanine.
Moonlight and Teleport.
That's kind of fun. Like
Or Morning Sun.
Yeah, like why would you Slowbro and Slowking when you have Arcanine?
It's very true.
Exactly.
And at this point, Aurora just cannot make up any more momentum against what Cody has left on his team. Arcanine and
Exactly.
Kartana are great Pokemon, but Cody's got really good walls and good setups and abilities to protect, scout, and see what Kartana's going to do. Cody running Scizor with no item in, I believe, if I recall, from building with him a long time ago.
No item and counter.
Yeah, no item and counter, kind of predicting knockoff being an issue. But Cody, of course, taking the win, moving on to finals, or semifinals? No, finals.
Finals.
Yeah,
finals.
finals.
These were the semifinals.
These are the semifinals,
like,
yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, to put this simply in a match, it almost felt like lost from the start because, like we said, we've discussed what Aurora could have done in the start, and the answer was very little.
Yeah.
So this was this is why we always keep saying like half the game is the preparation beforehand. Not saying that Aurora didn't prepare, but Spood just saw the opportunity, capitalized on it, and just kept pressing so hard that Aurora had to break under it. But Aurora's still a very strong player, so
Yeah. I mean, this is, again, the finals. This is like the big matches, the best of the best going through and getting all their stuff together and just showing what they got and what they learned from this season. What a season it was. Moving on to our next match, Claire of the Maryland Netrix versus IDM4 of the Brussels Espions.
Those Klefkis still give me nightmares.
Yeah, Klefki's been doing a number for IDM this whole season as it is. Screens is the usual go-to with spikes, one occasion doing offensive Klefki, which was insane.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
But based on the look here and what's going on with the teams, IDM's likely running screens at this point. Aurora grabbing some snow control with Slush Rush Arctozolt, I imagine, with probably Aurora Veil. Sigilif probably just acting as some balance here. Sigilif doesn't... Yeah, good.
Sigilif is fun. It is just so versatile. Like, it has Wonder Guard, but it also has Cosmic Power and Stored Power, which is an amazing combination.
Mm-hmm.
But then it can also do some random supports type because it also gets Psycho Shift, a move that you never see because which Pokemon can learn it? I believe it's Latias, Latios, and Sigilif.
Yeah. Pheromosa here, of course, as well.
Oh, absolutely. Pheromosa, just speed, punch, all of this. And that's all you need.
Yeah. And I feel like Porygon's been here for every single match for Claire.
Yeah, but if you've drafted Porygon, why would you not run it? It's your free win tank.
Mm-hmm.
Like, or you have to like get an unlucky predict with knockoff, but it has teleport, it has recover, it has amazing Vulcan tank with the Eviolite. It can toxic, it can status with tri attack.
Yeah, it does really good. So let's get into it.
Absolutely. Oh, and of course the Indeedee fight.
Oh yeah, both Indeedees are here. Yep, there's light screens coming up, Aurora Veil coming up.
Especially the spicy keychain, as Claire says it. And the screens are up, which Aurora Veil also gets one bonus, which actually reminds people that the Bulbasaur is pretty good.
Yeah.
But then, of course, you have Buzzwole taking a whopping 3%.
Yep.
And then Facial Advice to Stone Edge crit.
Yep.
Yeah.
So there goes that.
That's sad.
Very sad. Second terrain comes up, switching to the other Indeedee.
Ah, yes, here we go. And that's the moment you realize that Indeedee fights would be kind of boring to watch, considering, well, they don't hurt each other at all. And here we go, Whalerion, Ice Resist. Oh, that nickname is amazing, because Whalerion is, I believe, the only one who has an inherent 8 times resistance to something.
I think that is the case.
Yeah, because it has Ice Water, double resists Ice, but Thick Fat gives it an additional resistance to Ice. Well, not really resistant with half the damage, but you get the point. So, Whalerion with a strong dragon team like Garchomp or Salamence is actually a very good combination.
Yeah.
Considering if your opponent wants to drop in an ice move, just throw into Whalerion, it's a free switch in. Literally take no damage.
Yeah.
Like, if you were to get one hit KO'd on the numbers alone, it would hit Wilrine for 12.5.
Yeah, there's a Thunder Wave, by the way.
Oh god, no. Oh no, the nightmares are returning. Well, also a little discussion about Klefki. The fact that Klefki, and hear me out on this one, has 2 weaknesses, 5 non-resists, and it resists the rest or is immune to this stuff.
Yep.
Klefki is defensively has the strongest typing.
Yeah. Plus, in tandem with Prankster, screens, and status effects, it's very just good overall.
Yeah. Tracing Beast Boost is actually kind of funny, but sadly Porygon 2 doesn't really have any use for it.
No, it does not, which is kind of a shame. Plus,
Yeah.
it's toxic. Not gonna be able to stay in long enough for that.
Exactly.
Gonna go back.
But Klefki does so much all the time. The fact that it has Prankster, it's so tanky. The
Yep.
only saving grace is that it doesn't have inherent recovery, but one Slowbro, Espion, Umbreon, anything that has Wish can just fix that. There we go, Expanding Force not doing enough because, well, screens. Klefki. Klefki carries IDM's teams in some regards, considering that it can just stay in some weird matchups simply because, oh, I take half damage from everything. There you get the Toxic. Yeah. And here we get... Yeah, Porygon 2 dies, that's rid of the tank, and now we have... Oh yeah, now it goes into a Bubble Snow.
Yeah.
Weather!
Bombstar, of course, dies to a Drain Punch. Toxic helping a little bit, but not by much at this point.
Now it does.
Now it does.
But here's a play that confuses me a little bit. I get the prediction, but it would have been fine to just use Bolt Beak here. But then again, it had screens. Like, probably Bolt Beak even couldn't have killed probably as well. Or was it Bandit? The Axel could also have been Bandit, I think.
It's hard to say. It's
Yeah,
also just been so long. Claire's not here to ask, so we can't ask her.
exactly. But yeah, to put it simply, there's Mudsdale, and there goes Pheromosa. So Mudsdale tier 1 confirmed. 1v1's Pheromosa. I'm just making a joke. But yeah, that is IDM winning from Claire.
Yes. So...
I know it looks... Okay, anyway, so I know IDM still has 6 Pokemon left, but this was still a very hard-fought fight. If you go like to the HP pools of all the mons, they were pretty low. 18, 15, 18, 13...
92.
22.
Coco never came in, but literally Klefki was on the brink of death. He-Man might have been able to die to Bolt Beak, not sure. Probably not, just because of screens.
Yeah, the screens.
Mudsdale almost died as well. Walrein almost died. Would have died to Toxic anyways, had it stayed in longer.
Exactly.
Yeah,
but that's power of Klefki. But that's power of Klefki. Either you let it set up screens, or you defog or Brick Break, and it just gets a free Thunder Wave on top of your spikes. There is no winning with that.
Yeah. But this means IDM does go on to final, and along with Cody, so they get to fight each other to see who gets first or second. Claire and Aurora, of course, are going to be fighting for third place, and here they are.
Yes, and here we see a very fun Pokemon, which I really want to see more in Draft League, which is Rhyperior.
Yeah.
Like, Rock Cracker is such a fun move. Like, you already have Rock, one of the strongest offensive typings in the game, on 150 base power. I know it's a recharge, but like your Rock ground type, do you expect to survive more than one turn?
Not really. Not against like Lantern's here, Kartana's here, Blastoise is... No, I don't expect to survive more than one turn.
Like I would see that as like an explosion, because it would have base 225 power.
Yeah.
Which means explosion would still be strong. Okay.
I think this is the first time this season Claire used Rhyperior. I cannot recall though.
No, me neither actually. It's been so long. My lord.
It has been some time.
But we will see it luckily in these playoffs.
Yeah.
Of course, the water power of Aurora's Lantern and Blastoise versus the...
Yeah.
I wanted to say firepower, but it's only Moltres.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess firepower because of Rhyperior and
Yeah.
Pheromosa and Obstagoon.
Yeah, well, let's get started and find out how this goes for third or fourth place and see who gets it.
Exactly.
Paramosa coming
Well,
in, scouting, doing U-turn. Not a bad idea, honestly.
There we have the Rhyperior getting toxic. But what will Rhyperior do? Will he Earthquake? Will he? And he's dead.
He dead. Crit. Crit
Yeah,
might have
just
mattered.
fine.
I don't know. 100%.
It probably did. Lantern is not that strong special attacking. So,
Yeah.
Indeed, Expanding Force into Volt Switch. Lantern is absolutely tanky though, so it can take the Expanding Force pretty easily. Now, the double switch from Obstagoon and into Nihiligo into the Meteor Beam, that sash.
Yeah.
Yeah, that hurts.
That does hurt.
And now that didn't hurt enough. Because, yes, Nihiligo has base 50 defense,
Yeah.
but it also still has like plus base 100 HP. So, it's not that frail.
Yeah.
Triple Axel sadly doing not enough because Loftern has way too much HP. And then we get the Mystics again. And this just does even less.
Surprised Claire stayed in. Probably should have U-turned from the beginning and then just gone to Ultras or
I would have U-turned there as well, because U-turn probably still would have killed Lantern if Aurora stayed in.
Yeah.
But it would get a little momentum gain from there on. But that's the Porygon 2, killing the Nihiligo.
Yeah.
And now we get the Giant Fist. I love fun references.
Yeah.
Psyshock doing nothing. Dynamic Punch doing not enough,
Everything.
but enough. Everything, yes. And then we got Boltress. Boltress with pressure, which I get. But that's fun one. We see Iron Ball.
Got Iron Ball, so.
That's hilarious. That's
That is.
actually amazing. Expanding Force absolutely destroying Golurk. Back into Cortana, and that also killed.
It did kill.
I thought it did, but it did kill, yeah.
Yeah.
That sadly Cortana is very. Instead of the Nihiligo may not be that frail, Cortana is that frail. Like 70 attack, 70 HP and like 30 special defense or something.
Yeah.
But when the Blastoise is able to set up Shell Smash twice in a row, your only praying is priority moves, which Pheromosa has none, and indeed he has Psychic Terrain.
Yeah.
So that is good night, Claire. You were doing amazing, but
You're doing
Aurora
really
takes
well.
third place.
Honestly, had one Loturn been knocked out, but also Blastoise had something been done about Blastoise a little earlier, potentially before the big setups. I don't know if that was possible though. But I think Claire could have won this if it was just Arcanine left.
Absolutely. I'm not sure if anything could have done. I think the best bet would have been indeed prediction switch on the Blastoise itself to get the Expanding Force going first. But Blastoise is so difficult to counter because you can't one-shot it.
Yeah.
And if you don't have anything that speeds it after one Shell Smash, you can say goodbye to your team.
Yeah, that's absolutely correct. That's just
Yeah,
that's just how it goes with that. But that does put Claire in 4th place and Aurora in 3rd place for the finals. And now we're down to the final 2. Spood versus IDM. A battle for the ages. I believe Spood's been wanting to get some revenge on IDM and finally win playoffs a second time or third time. He's won before, I think. Right?
IDM has won before. Spood has not won before. Wait, Spood did one before, yes.
Yeah, he won
Spood did.
before.
Yeah. So we have both returning champions getting for one big rematch.
Yeah.
Looking at Pokemon, both are taking out everything they have.
Yeah, what a lineup.
Absolutely. There we go back to like the entire. But this is the nice part. Spood has a very nice advantage here, considering he has one of the few Pokemon that can actually destroy Klefki.
That's true. That's very true, but we'll have to see if that plays out in the final match of the ages.
Yeah. There goes Gigalith into Tapu Koko. Getting the stand up, very nice to boost up Landorus.
Yep.
So there goes Telfa. Always nice to have. Considering IDM doesn't really have a good Defogger at the moment, and that's very useful.
Good toxic
nice
predict.
Toxic Predict.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Safeguard.
And here we see Safeguard.
That's actually really cool.
Absolutely. Because now Tapu Bulu can't be toxic.
Yep.
And here we get the check button into Landorus for the free switch in. And now we
Literal
have
style.
Landorus Rock Polishing. Which sadly, like there's no Sandstorm anymore. And that's I'm
So Fly is clearly for Buzzwole. Cody on his team does not have a lot of counters to Buzzwole if you look at it. If you got Fighting, Bug, and Cody does not have a lot to deal with that. Landers being one of the few things that could deal with Buzzwole. Because in the end, Buzzwole does a lot to Cody's team.
Absolutely, but don't forget that Tapu Bulu has a pretty okay special attack and learns a fairy move. That could work.
That's true. That could.
But
also
aside
work
from
as well.
that, why Fly? What? Well, if it weren't Fly,
I think he was having
Power
fun.
Herb.
Not gonna lie.
fair enough. Fair. I get having fun. We're all in about fun, but pulling that in the finals, respect. You get my respect. So Safeguard's still up, Rocks are up, and Tapu Bulu will just not.
Swap out, go back to Scizor.
I kind of expected something like, oh yeah, fair enough. It just works into puzzle. It's a good predict.
Yeah.
Literal child. Okay, that's not the child out again.
That could be.
Oh yeah, want to talk about Scissors nickname, Mr. Freeze.
Mr. Freeze, yes, of course. The callbacks to our season of Heat Miser and Mr. Freeze, my Magmortar, absolutely just sweeping Mass's team way back when. And of course, Mr. Freeze over here, having been frozen 3 times this season.
Yeah, that scissor is like one for the Ice Age.
Yeah, absolutely is.
Yeah.
Getting up a light screen with Jolteon is really nice. Good job with that.
Like, it's something you wouldn't expect. Like, the thing about Klefki, it's really strong, but it's very predictable.
Yeah.
Whereas Jolteon throwing up a light screen out of nowhere is pretty nice.
That is pretty nice. It's a shame the defog came up. Yawn, really nice, and then getting hit but surviving, throwing up a protect to be able to make it so that item cannot U-turn, putting Coco to sleep, which is great.
Absolutely. Which gives, of course, a free switch in for Tentacruel, which does acupressure.
Yeah. If only there was a special attack increase there, honestly. And at this rate, I probably would have hit it one more time.
Yeah, I would. I honestly, I don't know. Does Tentacruel get recover? I don't think so. But if it did, I would spam it. I would horribly spam it right now just to get all the boosts up. But I get the sadness of the special attack boost. But if he didn't get the defense boost, it would have died way sooner.
Yeah.
But the special attack boost would have been really nice.
Yeah.
And then, of course, get Gigalith.
Yeah, Cody has taken out Buzzwole, which is fantastic. But at this rate, Cody's a little too hurt to be able to do too much against a expanded force in DD.
Exactly. There's one more resist for that, and it has Mystical Fire. So that's Scissor down, and Scissor could not do anything considering Psychic Terrain blocks all priority moves. So Tentacruel gets in the Sludge Wave, but dies to Expanding Force, of course.
Yep.
And then the last turn, we have Gigalith, which just doesn't make the cut.
Yeah, it does not. Kind of a shame, but you know what? Cody did a fantastic job, has had a really good season. So, I mean, of course, these top 4 people had stunning seasons.
Oh, absolutely.
IDM, of course, taking home the gold once again.
Yes, our second time champion of the entire server, and it's IDM.
Well, he did really well. Congratulations to everyone here for making it this far and getting there. And what a really fun and cool Season 5 this was. I had a blast, personally, for this being my second season Double Dip. I really felt like I got into it more and understood a lot more of the mechanics and how this all worked.
We got in the top 4, Trick Iron Ball, Fly, what again, Acupressure. I think you don't enjoy this. This is like big. Like, you can always watch those like competitive Pokemon that's like, oh, you always see the same stuff. No, what I love about every season is the creativity. Like, I remember IDM throwing out ring targets so it could hit ground types with its Regieleki.
Yeah.
And all other amazing stuff.
There's a lot of fun, and I think it shows. One of the things that IDM does as well, by the way, not only is IDM really good, IDM has fun ways to be really good. IDM wants to do things that are not common. Like, there's a lot of elements of his team that are, well, I wonder if I could do this time, or what can I do to kind of cheese this, or whatever it is. IDM does not play to absolutely own people, because I believe in all my heart, IDM can make teams to just slaughter people if he really wanted to. But that's not what IDM's here to do.
No, that has the IDM can do that at the World Championships. He's right right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we very much. I still can't believe he first picked Klefki. It's such an IDM thing to do, but
it is.
Seriously?
It's such a good Pokemon, though.
Yeah, fair enough. We kept talking about it the entire time.
Yeah, there's a lot that it just does, the utility of it. But either way, back to these matches. Congratulations to you four for making it to the top 4, beating the rest of the divisions, and being number ones for this season. Of course, IDM the true number 1, but you all put up stunning matches, fun fights, and I just hope you all had a wonderful season. And I am ecstatic for the next season of Double Dip Draft.
Absolutely, I am so looking forward to it. I just made like special openings in my schedule just to be like, I can play right now.
Yeah. And you got better internet to play right now.
Oh, absolutely. I got glass fiber. So right now, everything, if there's ever going to be something that happens for me to lose the game, it's going to be my own fault.
Yeah. All right, well, I think that about wraps it up. I don't know if there's much else to say.
Not much else but to say we will see you next season.
Yes, we will see you then. Hope you had a wonderful season 5 of Double Dip. We will be back very soon. See you then.
Absolutely. See ya.